One of my favorite ships in all of Star Wars has to be the TIE Striker. First appearing in Rogue One, the TIE Striker is a TIE variant that is designed for battles in the sky rather than battles up in space, and is distinguished from the others with its giant angled wings. As well as being a fan of LEGO, I also thought that its set, which was released in the year 2016, was very cool too. However, I didn't get the chance to get it when it was on shelves, probably because it was too expensive. Regardless, the only way to get it now was to get it second hand. But if you've ever looked at the prices of retired Star Wars sets, they can be pretty expensive too. And despite me really wanting it, I didn't want to spend that much. With all hope lost, I felt that there was nothing I could do, realizing that I will have to accept that I would never have a TIE Striker. However, I realized that if I can't get the original, then why don't I just make my own? And well, that's what I did. But unlike others who have mass amounts of spare pieces, I decided to make an alternate build instead, mainly because I like making them and that I like the challenge of working with the set amount of pieces. But now, I needed a set to use, and coincidentally enough, I had gotten the TIE Bomber, which, after analyzing the build, thought would be as good as the set to use. And after dismantling it to get the pieces, as well as gathering up all of them, I then got to work. And here is the final model. This right here is my custom TIE Striker alternate build that is made using only the parts of the TIE Bomber LEGO set. And as you can see, it looks really good, and although not fully accurate to the reference material, you can still tell what it's meant to be. Looking at the build a little closer, you can see that it still retains a lot of the things from the TIE Bomber, such as the dome and engine design, the same function to open the cockpit to see the pilot, and the wings being modular, like the bomber. Speaking of the wings, they are pretty massive as you can see, as well as being very sleek in design, with these adjustable ends on each one as well as a stud shooter at the tip of the wing. Lifting up one of them also shows the connecting panel, which has loads of detail. The body of the ship also has a lot of added details, such as the details on the back, as well as this mini stand on the bottom that positions the ship at an angle facing upward. And finally, as a tribute to the set it's based on, there are 4 slots in the hull where you can place the bombs, allowing your build to become a 2-in-1 fighter and bomber. Now, the TIE Striker doesn't use all the pieces from the TIE Bomber, leaving a bunch of extra pieces on the mini speeder and gonk droid that are part of the set. Also, did you know that the text on the gonk droid translates to cargo? Bit off topic, but still cool. Anyways, unlike other people who make alternate builds, I challenged myself to use up all the pieces, and so, as well as the TIE Striker build, I also made a couple of side builds too. Starting off, we have this little build that's only 4 pieces, but goes well as an addition to the other builds, such as the speeder bike that I made for Vader. This bike is able to sit one figure and uses a lot of unique techniques, like allow bracket and clip pieces to hold it together. And since this was the last build I made while designing this, I believe I did an amazing job with the remaining pieces. The next build is the biggest side build, being the small transport speeder. The speeder has a place where you can seat one figure at the front, as well as either the gonk droid or 2 figures at the back. The speeder is powered by the other engine from the bomber, and has a tiny storage area that can be opened up to store the roller skate piece that is also part of the set. And the final side build that I made was this stand that I made for the TIE Striker that uses a technique of plates and snot bricks, which makes for a fragile looking but surprisingly strong stand. And that is all the side builds that I made with this set. And that concludes the build. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and be sure to subscribe as majority of you aren't. Also, if you're interested in making this yourself, I have free instructions that I have up on my Rebrickable page, as well as a bunch of other builds that I'll cover in the future. Rebrickable also has a page where you can post photos of that build, so if you do end up building it, consider taking a few photos and putting them there. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.